Good morning, everybody. This week's parsha talks about the Jewish people being enslaved in Egypt and going through the hard time. They called out to Hashem. Paroi made a decree that all the Jewish boys should be thrown into the Nile River because they saw, they were able to see from the stars and whatever it is. They were able to see certain things. They saw that there's a mazel, there's a luck, that there's going to be a Jewish boy that's going to be born, and he is going to redeem and take the Jewish people out of Egypt. So to try to encounter that, they decided they're going to kill every Jewish kid, every Jewish boy. So what happened was, Moses' parents, Amram and Yocheved, they split up. They decided not going to be married anymore. They got divorced because they didn't want to bring children into the world that are going to be killed. In the meantime, they already had two children, Miriam and Aaron, and Miriam started to say prophecy. And she also told her parents, in a sense, you're even worse than Paroi, because Paroi only made a decree on the boys. You're making a decree on the girls also. There shouldn't be no boys and no girls. So the parents were convinced and they remarried. So the pasuk says, "Vayikach ish," and a man took me base Levi from the house of Levi, from Levi. Vayikach has bas Levi, and he took the daughter of Levi. And this was Yocheved. Rashi says, at this point of their lives, Yocheved was 130 years old. 130 years old. Even older than Sarah. Sarah could not have any kids, right? And God performed a miracle for her. And she gave birth to Yitzchak when she was 90 years old. And 90 was, wow, 90 years old, she had a kid. Now, a couple of generations later, Yocheved got married, remarried her husband at the age of 130, and she had a son, Moshe. So the Ramban, Nachmanides, says, the Torah here does not tell us clearly that this was a miracle. It just makes it sound like very natural. They got divorced, they got remarried, and they had a son. Bada boom, bada beam. Well, what does that have to do? Nobody knows it's 130. You have to look in the commentaries to know that she was 130 years old. The Torah does not say that it was a miracle. Why? Because the truth of the matter is, the whole Torah is all miracles. It's really everything is a miracle. If you really peel the onion, you're going to see everything is a miracle. V'chol Yehudi HaTorah, all the promises of the Torah, in the positive and in the negative, both sides, oisis and moisim, they're wonders and miracles. Kilo Yikaris, because they're even in the negative. When the Torah says, if you do this and this, you'll be cut off. And in the early times, people passed away early. What? Because you did that physically, you got to get cut off? It doesn't make sense. It's only because there is a miracle that's going to happen when you do this, whether it's a positive or a negative. The heaven would not be like metal, betivam in its nature, because the people in Israel, they planted on the 7th year. 7th year is supposed to be sabbatical. It says if the Jewish people are going to plant in the 7th year, you're not going to have anything. You're not going to have on the 7th, you're not going to have because the skies are going to close. It's not natural. It's a miracle. And so too, it says that the Ramban says in a different place, She'ein la'adam chelik b'Torah Moshe Rabbeinu. A person does not have a share in the Torah of Moses, at shenamin, till he will believe, shekol dvarenu u'makarenu, all the words and all the sources and everything that says in the Torah, kulam nisim, these are all hidden miracles. Ein behem teva, there is no nature and regular occurrences of the world. And therefore, the Torah doesn't tell it to you, because we should take it for granted. We should understand that this is natural. Anything that happens in the Torah was a miracle this way, was a miracle that way. There was once a person that came to the Chazon Ish, and he told him he doesn't know my business, I'm not sure what's going to happen, and he concluded with the words of the sages that says in the Talmud, it says, there was a certain story, and the rabbi told the other rabbi, Lav kol yoyma misrachash, not every day there's a miracle. Like, I don't want to take a chance, because not every day is a miracle. So he tells him, I don't know what's going to happen with me. Like, not every day is a miracle. I don't know. I'm not going to have any food to eat tomorrow, he tells the rabbi. So the rabbi says, no, you're reading it wrong. Lav, no, don't be worried. Kol yoyma, every day there's a miracle. There's a miracle, it's hidden. You have to know how to read the verse. You have to know where to stop, where not to stop. But the idea is that we have to come to understand that everything the Torah says, somehow, somewhat, is a miracle. So Hashem should help. We should be inspired. We should learn. And we should be able to tap into the miracles, to see the miracles in our lives in a revealed way. B'karev mamish. Amen.